of it. Another thing is what we look at, what our children see. And one of the things that disappoints me is in the police leadership. They can't identify with black males, Hispanic males in terms of leadership. We have to look at this city is the only city in the state of New York where the majority of the population is either Hispanic or African American. And we are not taking that into account. There are many factors that play into why our children act out. I've identified with a lot of young people. There's some young people in this room that I dealt with as young people back then. And they know, I'm gonna keep it real. I make no excuses, and I'm not here to try and make anybody feel good or massage anybody's egos. And I don't need anything, I don't need anybody to try and offer me anything. I am here to tell the truth. Okay? Education, and education on kids about the law in the state of New York is more important than worrying about the next basketball game or the video game. But we don't take the time for that. We're quick to accuse either the parent or the child, they don't know how to act, on all of these. We make excuses for that. But one of the things that we have neglected is to teach them how to act, what to do. You talk about programs, how do I start a program? A lot of adults don't know that. So we need to begin the process of teaching, not only for the young people, but for the adults. How do I engage with a young person? We cannot go back here and talk about, well, they didn't listen to me. Did you teach this adult how to work with young people? Because you got to go down to their level. You got to go down. You can't expect them to come up. You got to go down there and get down with them and then bring them up. That is the only way it's going to happen. I get so frustrated when I hear the political mumbo jumbo in leadership. You want to talk about the disconnect? We have people in this community that can serve in every position in this city. And we fail to sit down and have that conversation, that dialogue. And I'm going to keep it real. Because I've gone nowhere. Everybody has my number. Everybody knows where I live. So I haven't heard from anybody that say, hey, Mitch, you want to do this? Yo, do you have any idea on this? I don't want nothing. I'm good. But I do want to see my city look better. My county look better. My state look better. Part of the problem is that we have leadership. You have law enforcement, which has issues with black males. Let's make maybe no qualms about it. But we don't ask the black law enforcement organizations that are both black and know the law how to approach the situation. So I sit back here and I wonder really how seriously do you really want to solve these problems? Because it's apparently ignored all the time. And I brought this is not the first time I brought this up. I talked about law enforcement, I talk about vocational programs, because not every kid is going to go to college. This goes across all borders. This is in every community. These are things that we can do, but we fail to do for whatever political expediency there is. Now, none of this stuff is new. And I'm just repeating what I've repeated year after year after year. There's students in here that I dealt with that I taught my law enforcement class.
All right?
Yes, you can. And I know I'm not doing it. You can ask me.
I'm going to ask you a question. So, Mitch, with all this passion, Sergeant Mitchell, with all this passion, with all this expertise, over 20, 25 years of expertise and commitment in the community, and you just said you don't want anything, but you want to see programs in place. Will you work with the guardians, with other brothers who are retired, active, men in the community who are willing to volunteer and step up and maybe oversee a mentoring or or a community education program? Are you saying tonight that you're ready to commit to doing that?
I'm willing to work with everybody, and I've done that thus far. There's not one time that I haven't sat back and said that I will not work with people. The problem is we begin the process, but we never finish the process. Let me finish. We find things to talk about. I'm about action. I will sit there and talk to you all day, but I have not seen the action necessary for me to engage. We talk. I've been to city council. I've met with Commissioner Kelly. I've done a number of things. I'm about action. And I'm not going to sit here and give you dialogue. That's not one of my fortes. You may believe different, but trust me. My forte is about doing something. And I've done things in my own way. I have my own nonprofit. You know, I go out and I work with kids.
So Mitch is going to get about 5 guys. He's going to get, because we only have about 10 minutes and I need Commissioner. Hold on, let me.
My deepest condolences to the Nolan family and to the Stewart family. You know, I'm very sorry. Thank you.
So before Mitch leaves, can we get 5 men and 5 women to get together with him, maybe to come together and move it to action so that we're not talking about it, but we move it to the next level of action. Please stay and we'll get you a piece of paper, Mitch, so that you can write down some names and take it to the next level.
So what we want to do is to make sure that we do offer to you what we have available for you to collaborate with the Youth Bureau and with the Recreation Department. And we're always looking for opportunities to collaborate with other nonprofits, other community organizations to be able to provide those types of services, whether they are services that intertwine mentoring and athletic activities. And so we're encouraging you to come to our offices or even shoot us an email to let us know what idea you